Here we have a video of Israeli activists standing up for Palestinians and hope to protect aid coming to Gaza, since there is a bunch of right-wing Israelis and Israeli settlers who do all they can to prevent aid from coming into Gaza because they want to watch Palestinians die and don't care about human lives whatsoever. It's pretty pretty messed up that, people actually have to fight other people in order for aid to get to people that need aid.
At this checkpoint between Israel and the West Bank, several dozen Israeli activists have gathered to protect the aid convoys headed for Gaza.
The drivers are scared and worried because people are targeting them on the road. In Jerusalem, for instance, one driver has been in hospital for 2 days. There were 20 or 30 people here yesterday. 2 police officers were deployed here as a meaningless gesture. They just told people to...
Yes, so a trucker of an aid convoy was sent to the hospital because Israelis attacked them and injured them. And what did the Israeli government do? Obviously, they did nothing to punish said person or said people for attacking the driver of the aid convoy. I guess laws don't matter when it's right-wing Israelis attacking people.
move. If they had wanted to actually stop them, they could have. They know how to repress protests, but no, they let them do it.
These Israeli settlers create a human barricade to prevent the aid lorries from getting through. Some have a record of acts of violence that are taken away by the police, while activists from the Standing Together movement try to ensure there is a path for the convoys, movements with radically different views.
We came here today to create a kind of a corridor of dignity so that all the trucks can get through and they don't have to face harm. So we're here to make sure that the police do their job. These are just kids.
Yeah, right-wing Israelis want to claim that, any aid coming in to Gaza is being used by Hamas, while ignoring the fact that there is starving kids and stuff that really need food, or people that really need medical treatment and stuff. They want to pretend that they care about people getting hurt or dying, while also helping people die from starvation or, injuries that could easily be treated if they had the medical supplies.
Kids, they're afraid.
They were the ones who raped and murdered us on the 7th of October. We've come here today to block the aid so it doesn't reach them, because we think help should go 2 ways. If we give them the humanitarian aid, they should free the hostages.
Okay, well, blame Bibi Netanyahu for not doing all he can to free the aid, free the hostages, because when Hamas has accepted any kind of hostage release deal, Bibi Netanyahu says no to it. But, collectively punishing kids for what Hamas is doing is pretty evil, because the kids, they have no part in what is going on with Hamas. But these right-wing Israelis, they don't care about that. All they care about is watching Palestinians die.
A society still reeling from the 7th of October, these radicalised teenagers enjoy some support. Pro-peace activists like Alan Lee Green, though, are trying to change Israeli attitudes and draw attention to the risk of famine in Gaza.
I cannot promise that we will win, but we're doing whatever we can to make sure that people have the option to choose the path of ending the occupation, the path of ending the war. Unless we will be able to present this option, the only way will be the way of the extreme government that sends youth to here to block the aid while, doing what they're doing in Gaza.
Today.
I'm glad there is a lot of Israelis that are against the Israeli occupation of Palestine. They understand that the Israeli government is committing a lot of evils with what they're doing, occupying Gaza in the West Bank, oppressing Palestinians, and, committing a bunch of atrocities against them, and they are against that. And eventually, the right-wing Israeli government will fall, and what will replace it will be a better government, a hopefully a group of, left-leaning Israelis that will actually commit to peace between the Israeli government and the Palestinian government.
Today, the lorries can continue on their way. About 100 kilometres to go before they reach the south of Gaza, where they will be inspected by the Israeli army before they finally reach the Palestinian population.
And it's also pretty messed up that the Israeli government gets to dictate what goes into Gaza, goes out of Gaza. That truly shows how the Palestinians are occupied by the Israeli government. If they don't get to choose what goes into the Palestinian state, that shows they're in occupied territory, and the Israeli government, like committing atrocities to them, against them, is a lot more extreme than what the Israeli government wants to pretend it is. Because when you're occupying a state, your actions are a lot more egregious than if it was